Picture this. You're floating peacefully in space, feeling like the star of your own sci-fi movie. You're humming a tune, admiring the stars, maybe even taking a few cosmic selfies. And then oops, you slip on an asteroid, and suddenly you're plummeting toward the biggest, baddest planet in our solar system, Jupiter. Now here's the mystery. What actually happens if you fall into this giant? Do you land with a satisfying thud? Do you float like a balloon? Or do you get squashed, fried, and turn into planetary soup? Stick around, because Jupiter is not just big, it's weird, terrifying, and hilarious all at the same time. The moment you get close to Jupiter, its gravity grabs you like a cosmic vacuum cleaner. This planet is more than 300 times heavier than Earth, so falling in feels less like skydiving and more like being yanked into a black hole with really bad intentions. Your fall speed skyrockets, and within minutes, you're moving at over 100,000 miles per hour. Forget roller coasters or bungee jumps, this is the universe's deadliest free fall, and you didn't even have to sign a waiver. Your cheeks flap, your stomach drops, and you instantly regret not booking a trip to Mars instead. Finally, you reach the clouds. From a distance, they look beautiful, fluffy pastel layers, like Jupiter just wrapped itself in cotton candy. Up close, though, not so sweet. These clouds are made of ammonia, the same stuff in household cleaners. Breathe it in, and congratulations, you just turned your lungs into a janitor's worst nightmare. And it's not peaceful up here either. Winds rage at 400 miles per hour, which means you get tossed around like a rag doll in a hurricane blender. Your parachute shreds instantly. Your helmet fogs up, and suddenly you realize these aren't fluffy clouds, they're cotton candy of death. Deeper down, the real nightmare begins. With every mile you sink, the air pressure increases dramatically. On Earth, you complain when your ears pop on an airplane. On Jupiter, your entire body pops. By the time you've dropped 100 miles, the pressure is so strong it could crush a submarine like a soda can. And if being squished flat wasn't bad enough, the temperature is soaring into the hundreds of degrees Fahrenheit. At this stage, you're basically being slow cooked in the universe's biggest instant pot, except nobody's coming to release the steam. As you descend further, Jupiter throws another surprise at you: lightning. But not the friendly kind you see in summer storms. These are lightning bolts hundreds of miles long, with energy powerful enough to fry a city. You're falling through the middle of a planet-sized rave, except instead of glow sticks, you get death lasers from the sky. Each bolt is brighter than anything you've ever seen, and every time one goes off, you think, this is it, I'm toast. It's dramatic, it's terrifying, and honestly, it's the best light show you'll never survive. Suppose, against all odds, you've made it past the storms. Welcome to Jupiter's metallic hydrogen layer. Yes, you heard that right, hydrogen so tightly crushed it acts like shiny, liquid metal. Imagine an ocean made of liquid mercury, except glowing and stretching for thousands of miles. It's beautiful, it's bizarre, and it's deadly. This metallic soup is what creates Jupiter's monstrous magnetic field, which blasts out radiation strong enough to fry your DNA before you can even say space sunscreen. At this point, you're not so much a person as you are a glowing particle waiting to be vaporized. If you're still somehow alive, and by now, let's be real, you're probably more myth than human. You'll eventually reach Jupiter's core. But here's the thing. Even scientists don't know what's down there. Some say it's solid rock and ice. Others think it's a strange, slushy soup of exotic matter we've never seen before. What they do agree on is this. The pressure is millions of times stronger than Earth's atmosphere, and the temperature is hotter than the surface of the sun. You don't land on the core. You don't stand on it. You just dissolve into it like a marshmallow melting in cosmic hot chocolate. By this point, you might be thinking, okay, but what if I try to climb back out? The answer, good luck. Jupiter's gravity well is so deep that escaping it would take rocket engines powerful enough to launch an entire continent. Once you're in, you're in. Your only option is to embrace your new role as Jupiter's latest snack. If you really want to escape, your best chance is to invent a teleportation device. And since you forgot to pack one, you're basically stuck. At least you can say you became part of the solar system's largest mystery. Here's the wild part. Despite all this chaos, Jupiter is also the solar system's guardian. Its massive gravity helps protect Earth by slingshotting asteroids away that might otherwise smash into us. Without Jupiter, its possible life on Earth wouldn't even exist. Every time we send a probe to explore it, the poor thing gets crushed before reaching the core. So really, Jupiter is like that mysterious neighbor at the end of the street. Intimidating, impossible to understand, and probably hiding a few skeletons in the basement. We know just enough to be fascinated, but not nearly enough to stop asking questions. So what do we learn today? Falling into Jupiter isn't an adventure. It's a cosmic disaster. You'd get whipped around by storms, crushed by pressure, fried by lightning, and melted into soup at the core. But along the way, you'd see some of the most incredible sights in the universe. If you enjoyed this trip into planetary doom, smash that like button before Jupiter smashes you. Subscribe for more wild what-if adventures, and let me know in the comments. Which planet should we fall into next? Saturn, with its icy rings? Neptune, the frozen giant? Or should we just go all in and dive straight into the sun? Share this video with a friend who thinks they're tough. You'll both be glad you're watching from Earth.